KFI News Time is 6:09, and now back to Tom Leykis. I'm Suzanne Whatley, KFI News.
6:09, thank you for tuning in to KFI AM 640. My name is Tom Leykis, and this is where we talk about the issues Monday through Friday, 3 to 7 in the afternoon as you head home. Joe Crummey, 1 hour from right now. After the news at 7 o'clock, it'll be Dr. Laura Schlesinger tonight at 10, and the Larry King Show at 1 a.m. That's our lineup tonight here on KFI AM 640. And what are we doing tomorrow on the program? We're doing something, and I can't remember what it is. Well, we'll figure it out. Oh, yes, the Kinsey Report, a pack of lies. That's what they say. And allegations about Alfred Kinsey. This is going to be a wild show tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. Coming up tomorrow here on KFI AM 640. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon. Rush Limbaugh here in studio has left New York and come to join us for a week here. Why do you do this every now and then? You just kind of come out here and invade the radio station.
Well, I like it here, number one.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah, we do.
Come on, you say that every city you go to. You go to Detroit, you say how wonderful it is there, and you go to Charlotte, North Carolina, and say how wonderful they are.
Well, but I go there on weekends, and I get them in there for one day.
You love every city you go to.
It's not all. There have been some that I have not talked about that I haven't enjoyed.
Oh, come on, tell us which ones they are.
Well, see, that's not a very politic thing to do. I tell you the things that I don't enjoy. Let's keep this on the positive. The reason I come out here is
tell
because...
this guy's too successful when he doesn't want to... He wants to keep it on the positive side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's something I've learned.
Never say anything negative, yes.
Oh, now that's not true. That's not true.
You love every city you go.
Okay, I'll tell you a city I don't like.
Okay.
Miami. I hate Miami. I absolutely despise...
He's not on in Miami.
That's right.
His show's not on in Miami.
I hate Miami.
He thought I would notice that.
I've been negative. We're on in Miami. We're on in Miami.
Yeah, where are you on in Miami?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Now, that station, yes.
WNWS, which is out of the format now. But we were there.
Oh, you were?
We tried to save them.
Yes, I remember.
Didn't work.
No.
They were beyond repair.
Nothing could save them.
Anyway, I come here because I'm invited, and this is... I love California. You know that.
I know that.
Absolutely do.
I know that. You even like Sacramento.
I do.
And that's a stretch, boy, I'll tell you.
My best friends in life are in Sacramento.
I understand that. But it's still Sacramento.
It's Sacramento, but it is California, too.
Holy cow.
Northern California.
I've been through Sacramento. How do you...
Sort of like...
I don't understand this. You like Sacramento. You like Sacramento.
Absolutely do.
It blows me away.
I have no reason not to. Why don't you like it? Well, you're sitting here putting down California City. It's not boring.
What do you do in Sacramento after 8:30 at night?
Anything you're going to do anywhere else.
Yeah, but you got to do it at somebody's home because you can't do it out. Well, what do you do? Where do you go? All right. Here it is. It's Tuesday night. Let's say we're in Sacramento. We're not in L.A. It's 6:12 at night. We're going to go out later on, sometime after 9 o'clock.
Well,
Tom, what are we going to do for big laughs?
What do you think I do in Los Angeles after 8:30 at night? Do you think I'm going to comedy clubs? Am I out there looking for Al Goldstein impersonators?
So you've made my point.
Sacramento's
a perfect place for guys like you who don't do anything at night. Those of us who have a life, we don't want to live in a place like that.
No, I tell you, I have different tastes and desires, but I'm not a club person. I don't go to movies. I'm not a comedy club type. I don't go to sex shows or any of that kind of stuff. I'm clean and pure as the wind-driven snow, the epitome of morality and virtue.
You belong in Sacramento.
Wherever I am, I'm at home.
You are?
Absolutely.
So what do? You sit home and count money and watch TV and...
I don't have much time. If I start counting money, I don't have much time to watch TV.
I understand. Well, we all know that. Seriously, though, what do you do? Let's get down to brass tacks. Let's do a traditional...
Is this a get-to-know Rush?
Let's do a traditional celebrity interview. What do you do with your life when you're not on the radio being bigger than life?
What do I do with my life?
Right.
What do you do? It's totally focused toward career right now. It really is.
It is.
I don't have much of a social life. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't date.
Women hate this business anyway. They do.
Well, they hate me.
Wow,
business.
No. You see, this business is made for the one-night stand. It is not made for long-term relationships because women hate it. Because one day you have to go home and say, honey, we're moving to Cleveland. And then all of a sudden they say, well, good, you're moving to Cleveland and I'm staying here. Write me a card.
I have to tell you, I think those days for me are over. At least I hope they are. I intend for them to be.
You do?
Nothing against Cleveland, by the way. So
you love Cleveland.
I absolutely love Cleveland.
I love
the Cleveland Browns, a great football team.
Yes, you only sort of like Phoenix, though, kind of, sort of. He's on this little, like, mom-and-pop radio station out there, like 1790 on the dial, right?
And it goes straight up.
That's right.
1,000 watts.
That's exactly right.
No, I do pretty much most of my socializing. It's a combination with business. It really is. Because that's a 7-day week for me with all these weekend traveling things that I do. And I really, I unwind by being by myself. As you know, I'm a computer enthusiast.
Yes.
And I spend a lot of time gathering information. It's fascinating, a mental exercise, the computer is. And I read novels a lot. That's what I do to listen to music. And that's basically, I mean, I've always said that if you were to follow me around, it'd be very, not to sound like Gary Hartpence here, but I am a very dull and boring person
Are you inviting, like, the LA Times and the Orange County Register to follow you and to see if that's true?
If they want to do that, they're more than welcome.
After the show in Long Beach Friday, you're going to
You know what I'll do?
Anything's going to happen? What?
I'll go back to the hotel by myself. I'll consume adult beverages while having a late dinner. I'll go to bed because I got to get up and fly back to New York early on. So that's what I'll do.
All those hot talk radio groupies who are going to be fleeing after you. As you flee, they're going to be just running after you. They're going to try to find out what hotel room you're in. You're telling me you're going to go back to your room, lock the door.
That's right.
Not going to give your key to anybody.
That's right. Never do that. I have never done that.
All right, attention newspapers now. You can follow Rush back to his hotel room and check this out Friday night.
Absolutely.
Just like Gary Hart.
There are going to be some newspaper people there, and they'll see this.
There are.
In the LA Times.
The LA Times will be there?
The Sunday magazine of the LA Times.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right.
But no, I never do that kind of stuff. Hey, look, you can only get hurt doing that kind of stuff. And you'll see.
Well, no, not if you're like me. I go on the air and I tell everyone I'm a slut, and everybody knows. So if anybody sees me in a compromising position, I say, what did you expect?
Well, but you see, I go on there and say, I am the epitome of morality and virtue, a man with whom you couldn't win. See, if I do the stuff you do, I'm ruined.
Well, that's true. Well, unless you told everybody that that's what you did, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it. See, I've got the greatest shtick in the world. I tell people, I'm outrageous. I go to the games. I bang on the glass at the hockey game, and I'm wild.
You do. That's
true.
I do.
You've seen that. That's right.
Absolutely true.
So when people see me out in public, if they see me using less than the cleanest language in the world or holding the big quantities of adult beverages, then nobody gives me a hard time. They say, the guy's out of his mind. The guy's wild. He's crazy. He's gonzo. He's nuts. And I don't have to worry about it. See, you have to stay in the closet like all those other conservatives.
But the difference is, the difference is that we're both doing what we want to do, you see.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Just checking. Just making sure. Just make sure you're happy going.
Absolutely. Okay. I have never been more satisfied. In fact, I'll be honest with you. I'm sitting around thinking, I don't have a girlfriend. I listen to people who are married, all the hassles in their life they have. I think how much money I wouldn't have versus how much I do have. Not being married, not having a girlfriend, not having all those commitments and things. Thinking, all the traveling. I travel 45 weekends a year. Would I be doing that?
It's never been more satisfied. Now, let me describe what I did last week. There's a 24-year-old young lady, about 5'4". Yes. Just dressed to kill, gorgeous young lady who came over to my home, got my hot tub with me last week, and then we didn't come out of my house until about 10 hours later. Now, you can't tell me that sitting at the computer and playing games on there is more satisfying than that.
I don't play games on the computer.
Oh, yes.
I am engaged in the acquisition of knowledge on the computer.
Oh, I see.
And you see, knowledge is orgasmic in its own way.
It is.
It's a highly competitive world out there. And if you want to sit in your hot tub...
You put a condom over the monitor when you're doing this, or what?
No, generally on the phone, though, when people like you call.
Oh, I see. Yes, I understand.
Leykis is on the phone. Fine, let me get my big guy condom and put him. No, it's. I tell you, this is not news. I've announced this to people before.
Well, I was just checking to see if what you were saying.
I would not. The difference in you and me is how long did you know this 24-year-old babe before you engaged in this lewd activity in the hot tub?
I don't know that I know her yet, but I know that one of these days I'm sure I'm going to get to know her quite well.
So you're speaking now in the biblical sense. You see, that's not
what I was speaking. I already dealt with the biblical sense already. Now we're going to get to know the more esoteric.
Well, we just have some differing standards.
We do.
Totally different standards.
That's right.
And you obviously not worried about lawsuits.
Well, I never name names. And I use condoms. I don't worry about it. No. I mean, of course, every woman I meet is a potential paternity suit. I know that. I understand that.
No. I'm not going to paternity. Blackmail.
Blackmail?
Yeah, blackmail.
Why would somebody blackmail?
Let me ask you a question. You meet some babe, and wherever you go, and you so enthralled, you take her to your hot tub. The next day she calls the LA Times or whoever she wants to call and says, say she calls Entertainment Tonight, or she calls You're giving
Jess
women ideas
here.
Yeah, Jess Marlowe, right? Well, hey, I'm not giving them ideas. This stuff happened. Guess where I was last? Tom Leykis took me from, I was minding my own business, we were in a bar, he dragged me to his hot tub. You probably wouldn't mind if the camera crews rolled in and said, is this true?
As long as they put the call letters and spelled KFI correctly on the screen. That would be all I'd be concerned about.
Well, that's the difference, sir, between you and me.
I understand.
I would rather acquire my success through genuine accomplishment. You want to do it by getting in hot tubs.
No, that's a different kind of success. There's two kinds of success. There's success in business, and I try to attain that, and then there's success with sluts, and that's a different story.
Well,
and but see, now if they're sluts, it's not success because there's no challenge.
It's easy.
These are not sluts.
Easy.
No, the sluts are the ones that are easy. See,
I got a job
challenge.
I got a job for you.
What's that?
Go to work for the Mustang Ranch. Administer the civil cervix.
Somebody's got to do it.
Look into that, Tom.
I will. We'll continue. We'll take some phone calls coming up with Rush Limbaugh. Coming up, 5201-KFI from the 213 or the 818 area codes, 5201-KFI. Or you can call us toll-free from Orange County or the Inland Empire, 1-800-553-4640. 620, Tom Leykis here at KFI AM 640. Time now to go to Mike Nolan, KFI in the Sky. Mike?
Gentlemen, good evening. Mike Nolan, KFI in the Sky.
624, Tom Leykis, KFI AM 640. LA Orange County weather from KFI, hazy early tonight. Then increasing low clouds and fog after midnight. Light winds, a little cooler. Lows in the 50s. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy, much cooler, with highs in mid to upper 70s. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, lows in the 50s. And for Thursday, partly cloudy, a little cooler again, highs only in the lower 70s. Right now, Civic Center, reporting partly cloudy skies, 75 degrees. LAX, partly cloudy at 65. Long Beach, clear and 70. And Burbank, partly cloudy, 72 degrees here at KFI AM 640. We're here with Rush Limbaugh in studio in Los Angeles this week for all these things happening between the meeting the mouths on Thursday. You'll be here in studio for that.
I can't wait. That is one of the, maybe you ask, why do I come to Los Angeles?
Yes.
Meeting of the mouths. A chance to once again rub the shoulders of Barbara DeAngelis and have her get mad at me because she's not sending me the signals to do it.
See that? I don't think I've been in a room with this many doctors since I was at the emergency ward at Cedars-Sinai, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be fun.
Yes, and then on Friday you have your big appearance in Long Beach, which is sold out, so why even bother mentioning it? Because it's sold out, and it's just going to cause trouble.
Only a possible way to get in is scalp tickets.
That's right.
That happens. We have a member of the studio audience laughing. That happens.
Or if I sneak someone into the hot tub, I could probably sneak somebody also into the show because people here at the station could help me get them in.
Absolutely.
But, of course, I would never use my vaunted position during this program.
I absolutely think
you think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
You think so?
Are you actually going to show up? You don't. I mean, I can't imagine this is your idea of a good time.
Well, the point is, if I know somebody who thinks it's a good time, it doesn't matter. See, it's like men. I can give you an example. Have you ever gone to a Mel Gibson movie?
No.
Of course not. See,
never have.
Here's the point. When men go to Mel Gibson movies, it's because women drag them. We hate Mel Gibson, right? We hate Mel Gibson. We hate Mickey Rourke. We hate these guys. Patrick Swayze. Would you be seen dead at a Patrick Swayze movie?
No, but I have not.
Unless you knew a woman.
But I would go to a Sean Connery movie.
Sean Connery's different. Sean Connery's, there's some interest from men there, okay? Sean is not one of these 25, 30-year-old guys who takes his shirt off in every movie anymore. He's mature, different kind of actor now. Point is, when you go to one of these movies with Mickey Rourke or Patrick Swayze, you go for one reason, and that is you take a lovely woman with you who will sit there panting for 2 hours and then will take you as sloppy seconds. But we hate these movies.
I've never found that to... In fact, I found it to always be just the opposite of that. That if you take them to a Mel Gibson movie or a Name Your Hunk movie, Patrick Swayze or what have you, that you're dead meat after that. It's irrelevant.
Why? Because you can't measure up?
The satisfaction has been enjoyed previously.
Well, why couldn't you look more like Mel Gibson? No, they don't do that, though. I mean, women will go to these movies, pant after these guys, and then since you're there, they'll say, well, he's a nice guy.
And that doesn't bother you.
Never meet Mel.
You have so admitted here on this program, so cheapened the relationship between...
I just told the truth. See, nobody tells the truth about relationships.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they come on and they say, here's how you meet people. Go to a church social. Go there and have a cup of tea.
Who says that? Nobody says go to a church social.
Go and join the sailing club or the chess club and you'll meet people. This is baloney. You want to meet people, you go out, you meet them, you take them to a Mel Gibson movie, and then you're done. You're in.
That's not how you meet somebody. Women don't go to Mel Gibson movies by themselves. If they did, you couldn't see them anyway because it's dark in there. Where do you meet the honey that you take to the Mel Gibson movie that you're willing to settle for being second?
Let's see. Out at Gladstone's in Malibu, good place to meet people. There's a bar called Ports on Santa Monica Boulevard.
So you're out meeting floozies.
No. Everybody who goes to a bar is not a floozy.
In this day
and age, you would come out once in a while after 7 o'clock at night, have a little fun now and then.
I'll tell you what I do. I go out and get magazines like Red Book and Ladies Home Journal. I turn to the sections on where to meet men, find out where I'm supposed to be, and go there.
Oh, I see.
It's working.
It's working?
It's working.
Well, what have you found in there so far?
Well, I keep this stuff private.
Oh, you do?
I really do. I believe the public's right to know what's going on with me ends at my front door.
I think we need to take you to Barney's Beanery one night when you're out here and have you meet some of the women there, or maybe the Rainbow. Can we imagine Rush at the Rainbow? The Rainbow is this bar on the Sunset Strip where, put it this way, I don't think they check... Well, I'm not even going to say that. But put it this way, there are a lot of very young, available women there. Mm-hmm. Very young. Very available.
Now, obviously, you haven't heard me tonight. Have I expressed in any way, shape, or form, either directly or indirectly, a mad, passionate desire for juvenile women?
Well, you haven't expressed desire for any women.
So why do you think I'm going to have a great time?
You get orgasmic thrills by logging on to Copy, and it's Rush. I got to tell you. Well, you got to get more into the swing of things here. Have a life. Enjoy your money. Spend a little bit. Have a little fun.
But, Tom, I am. That's the thing. I'm enjoying being on your program, being abused by the director of entertainment for Southern California.
We're not abusing you. We're trying to get you to the swim here, you know? Have a little fun.
You're criticizing my chosen ways of enjoying life.
And you look insulted.
I love it. I love it. No, I'm not insulted at all. In fact, I'm happy for the opportunity to explain all this. I don't understand. You think
we want to get to know you better?
This? You think people care about what I do?
Every day I talk about my personal life. That's all people want to know. Yesterday I did a show.
I do too, but not to the point that if I was going to go sleep with a slut in a hot tub and I would tell people about that.
Now, wait a minute. Now, yesterday I talked about a relationship I had on the air. I did 2 hours on this.
Yes.
I talked about a relationship I had with a woman who I dated for 6 months, and there was no sex, and I said, that's it. I'm drawing the line, and I blew off the relationship. And you know what happened? At home, my answering machine, a dozen calls from women who thought I was talking about them.
So?
And it wasn't them. The one I was talking about never called.
So?
Now, the point is, people are interested in this stuff. And the phones were lit and people were calling in. They want to know about it. They want to know the inner you, Rush. They want to know what you do with your spare time, what's fun about you, besides the fact that you're on the radio and you do all this wonderful stuff, they want to know what you're really like.
Well, I think they've got a good taste of it this afternoon.
Now they know. Now they know why you don't talk about it.
But I do, Tom. I go out, can I tell you what I did? You know how I have fun?
Yes.
You forced me into this.
Yes.
See, here I'm going to tell this story. When I get through with it, unlike you go around telling people of your forays into murky water in a spa.
It's not murky. I had the spa people over. They did the acid wash. Everything's clean. It's fine.
Fine. It's murky in terms of the attitude going on here. It's murky in terms of the morality. It's murky in terms of what's really happening in there.
Yes.
Bottom line is now you get all this love and affection. Leykis, why he can really open up. He can really... Yes. I'm going to tell this story.
Oh, good.
And people are going to say, that braggart, that SOB, he just can't stop talking about himself. See, that's the difference. I have had quite a successful 2 years, and there have been a lot of people who've been very contributory to that. Mm-hmm. And they have not all been compensated, as far as I'm concerned, fairly, and they have not been shown their just appreciation. So the weekend it was Saturday night, November 3rd, I chartered a 130-foot yacht called the Entrepreneur 2 that leaves at 23rd Street in the Franklin Delano Roosevelt Drive. It's on the east side of Manhattan, and it's a 4-hour dinner cruise. And there were 6 Butler hors d'oeuvres, and it was I had Moet and Chandon champagne, other than the plastic cork bottle stuff that most parties throw. Mm-hmm. Jordan Cabernet Sauvignon it was 82. I had just a scrumptious meal. I'm not going to tell you how much this cost, but I had 85 people on board for 4 hours. And it was absolutely marvelous, and I had just a marvelous time. I threw a party.
That's right.
I do this kind of stuff, but I didn't have a date.
You didn't have a date?
I did not have a date, nor did I invite any single women.
Were there any single women on board?
There were. I mean, I invited some single women, and they did not bring dates. They came themselves.
Did you get any? What's the story?
I did not.
You didn't?
I made no attempt.
You didn't?
Made no effort.
Spending all that money? You're telling me a woman would fall into your lap?
I flew. I don't even know. No one made the effort to, and I did not encourage it. I, in fact, even flew some people in from Sacramento. Some boring dullards from Sacramento.
Have a good time for a
change. I put them up.
Stay up after 8 o'clock at night once in a while. Take them to New York, of course.
Put them all up in suites and in hotels around town. It was a marvelous weekend. It was a great time.
That's good. But
I do that stuff.
I understand. But no female action there.
There was no female action there.
Okay.
Look, the women came up. Rush, thank you for the party. Oh, Rush, you're so kind. But I was the host. You know, that requires a dignified posture, and I am supremely interested in the maintenance of standards. I enjoyed seeing everybody else have a good time.
You sure the name of that yacht wasn't the Eunuch, too? Now, come on.
The Eunuch, no.
Jeez.
You know what I do? The best way to answer your question, I should have thought of this the first time you asked it. The way I participate in life is by removing myself from it and watching others live life and then commenting on it. That's what I do.
So you sit on the sideline.
I do.
While the rest of us are
to you.
Well, the rest of us are in there.
While you think you're having fun, you're putting your life on the line in that spa and at these bars. I mean, you're risking your life out there.
How am I risking my life?
With the various diseases that are floating around.
Look at this.
And you're out there probably consuming adult beverages and then driving your automobile.
No, I don't do that.
Well, I mean, you don't have to get drunk.
But I live 5 minutes from the places I go. I mean, this is ridiculous. We'll take a break.
Wait a minute. 5 minutes from the places that's a real broad sphere of fun you're having. I thought you're all over Southern California.
I live in Laurel Canyon. I'm 5 minutes from the Sunset Strip. What do you mean
You just got through telling me that if I want to know where there is shrimp sausage or duck sausage, you know where it is.
Yes,
all this stuff's in 5 minutes where you live.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, 95%, I heard this the other day, 95% of all TV shows produced in America are produced within a 5-mile radius of my house. And all this other stuff goes around it. All these restaurants and all these clubs and all this music and all this stuff happening. Billy Idol lives on my block. We have fun up there. Come on out. Have fun with the rest of us. Come on.
What sex is Billy Idol?
Don't ask me a question like that on the air. Ask it on your own show. You have enough of your own problems. We'll take a break here. We'll continue with Rush Limbaugh coming up. 6:35, 25 before 7. Tom Leykis at KFI AM 640. And now the very patient Ken Gallagher in the KFI News Center has the latest. Ken?
Yes, you assume a lot. 909, that's the new area code designated for Orange County and or the Inland Empire. The boundaries are still under discussion, but the phone companies say booming demand for service is forcing 714 to split. More stimulating talk radio with Tom Leykis just around the corner. I'm Ken Gallagher in the KFI News Center.
Good evening. I'm Mike Nolan, KFI in the sky. We have Mike Nolan, KFI in the sky.
.38, 22 before 7 o'clock. I'm Tom Leykis. This is KFI AM 640. Here's where we talk about the issues and other things, Monday through Friday.
What issues have we been talking about on this show today?
I said other things we talk about.
We haven't even got anywhere near an issue.
Your personal life is an issue for many people because
I doubt it.
With all this commentary on people's morality and mores, I think it's time people throw the inner Rush Limbaugh.
You did, and I don't think I disappointed anybody out there who believes in traditional family values at all.
All we have is your word on it.
No, you don't fool. You never see me in any of these places.
I didn't say I did.
You've never seen me with a date, have you?
No, I haven't.
See, I mean...
But now you have to wonder.
Now here you go. I may be lying about it. First you criticized me for having a dull life. Now you're accusing me of lying about it.
Well, it's kind of like confirming a Supreme Court justice. This is how we're doing it here. I'm kind of asking you questions, kind of like you're on the firing line here is what we're doing.
No, I enjoy it. It's fun.
Eventually, they're going to treat it like David Souter. You know, he stayed home with his mother all those years, and everybody said, well, what's wrong with this guy? You know. Then he got confirmed anyway.
Precisely.
And later on, we'll find out the real truth. Now that he's in.
I thought he was going to have trouble. You know, when they showed that picture of him leaving his mother's house, and his mother was waving goodbye, and she was happy, and so I said, this is not America. You know, men don't go visit their mothers anymore. Liberal left won't like that.
Yeah, that's what the pick-me-up bouquet was made for, wasn't it?
Yeah, so you never have to go. Just
that's right.
call Merlin Olsen.
Dial an 800 number and never go home. That's the way it works. That's America, and I'm proud to be an American.
Do you have any phone calls in this show? We're going to continue to explore my
take some
lifestyle.
calls here. Well, I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. We'll take some calls here and make you feel uncomfortable. Here's Rose, a first-time caller from Lake Arrowhead on KFI. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I wondered if I could speak to Rush, please.
Hi, Rose.
Hold on, I'll hand him the phone. Wait a second. Rush?
Right here, Rose.
This is for you.
Right here.
All right, here.
Hi, Rush.
Hi.
Dittos on your program.
Thank you very much.
And I agree with you completely. I don't care to know about your personal life.
Thank you. See, she couldn't care less.
Aha.
Well, it's not that I don't care less. I like it the way it is.
Thank you.
I wondered if you could tell me why you're going to be on Meeting with the Boss. Is it a contract that you have to satisfy?
Yes, he's been forced at gunpoint. The ownership of the station came to Rush with a large weapon, and they said, Rush, you must come in and do the show.
I'll tell you, Rose, here's the honest answer to the question. I am extremely satisfied and happy to be on KFI, and it is part of the affiliate relations end of having a network program. When an important affiliate asks you if you will participate in what they think is an important promotion, it is sometimes politic and wise to do it. I know it says on the screen here that you think it's beneath me to do it. That would only be the case if I somehow allow my natural demeanor and class to somehow be pierced by the minions that I will be appearing with. And I don't think that'll happen.
Well, I don't think it will happen either. Also, are you aware of the snide little remarks that Mr. Leykis makes about you?
All the time.
Of course
I have
he is.
spies that tell me I get mail, CompuServe mail. One of the reasons logging on to CompuServe is to find out what Tom Leykis said about
There you go.
Because I hear about it from people out here.
If I haven't told you already myself.
Yeah, I hear
I
about
call Rush at home and tell him stuff. See, people think this is like like I'm playing some game here, like I do this stuff on the air and you're not going to find out about it. It's a radio station. It's 50,000 watts. I hope somebody hears it.
And it's all in good fun, Rose. It really is.
Well, I just don't be taken in by him, although I know you won't.
Rose,
You're just so far above him, and I feel that he is so jealous of you.
You just don't sound like you know how to have any fun, Rose.
Oh, yes, I do, Tom.
Have you stayed out after 8 o'clock at night lately?
I don't really think L.A. is interested in whether I stay out after it.
See, the answer? No. Okay, fine.
Well, now there, you're being a little unfair to the caller. You're making character judgments on this fine woman based upon whether or not she stays out after 8 o'clock. That's the strangest value system.
This woman
have.
stays home listening to talk radio all day, then reads the Ladies' Home Journal and goes to sleep. You can tell she's uptight, anal retentive, aren't you, Rose?
No, I'm not, Tom.
It sounds that way to me.
I would be very careful, Tom. Insulting the audience is not wise.
Oh, here he goes.
It's just not a wise...
Positive
It's
here.
not... What was she done? She hadn't even been contentious with you. Call her anal retentive.
She is anal retentive.
Rose, let me tell you something. In all candor, I'm very much impressed with your comments and your thoughts, and I'm glad that you called.
Thank you,
I
Russ.
really am.
Sounds like the woman for you, I'll tell you.
She sounds like a fine, upstanding woman. There's nothing I heard in this...
That's the problem.
Nothing I heard in there that would make her sound undesirable, and anyway, I'd have to see a picture first.
Two of you could sit home at night and read the Ladies' Home Journal together.
You never know if you start trying to imitate some of the things that are printed here, Tom, what fun you might be able to have. You never know where knitting can lead.
I know, I understand. That's right. We'll continue with Rush Limbaugh coming up 6:43.
What, is that it? Just one call?
Well, we have to take a break here.
Oh, okay.
See, it's not like a network show where you can just tell the station, well, we're just going to take a couple of short breaks. They just jam all the commercials in. They don't run on your show. They jam them in on mine. That's how it works.
We don't miss one commercial on my program. That wouldn't work.
That's right. 1-800-ABCDEFG every 10 minutes. Yes, okay. 6:44, 16 before 7 o'clock. Tom Leykis at KFI AM 640. Here's Mike Nolan, KFI in the Sky. Good evening, Mike.
Tom, good evening. Mike Nolan, KFI in the Sky.
Shop at the all-new Alpha Beta, where the cost of living costs less.
It's time you thought about the security of your home. I mean, how much do you spend on your home? In Southern California, several $100,000 just to buy a house, and then several tens of thousands of dollars to fill it with furniture and electronic equipment and all the goodies that make living so much fun, right? What would happen if somebody came to your house and stole your stuff, or vandalized it, or burned your house down. I mean, any of these things can happen. And they do happen here in Southern California. If you have an AT&T home security system, you don't have to think about it. I mean, frankly, you will be protected with state-of-the-art technology that's used by Fort Knox, the Pentagon, scores of Fortune 500 corporations, just like a system I have in my home that I've been talking about for so long. And right now, you can get that AT&T home security system for only $395 to be installed, plus a low monthly monitoring fee. It's only $395 to install the hardware. That's the deal. Call and get the details, 1-800-ADT-INFO. Again, 1-800-ADT-INFO. Tell them Tom Leykis of KFI told you to call. 7:13 now, before 7 o'clock. Tom Leykis, KFI AM 640. LA Orange County weather from KFI. Well, hazy early on tonight, then increasing low clouds and fog after midnight. Light winds, a little cooler. Lows in the 50s. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy, much cooler. Highs in the mid to upper 70s. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, lows in the 50s. And for Thursday, partly cloudy, a little cooler. Highs in the lower 70s. Right now, LAX reporting partly cloudy skies, 65 degrees. Long Beach, clear and 70. El Toro, clear and 68. And Lancaster, which hasn't had a good time late at night in a long time. Partly cloudy and 68 degrees here at KFI AM 640. Next Monday at 6 here on KFI, the Raiders give me a day off. They take on the Miami Dolphins, and they play on Monday Night Football. Play-by-play on KFI, brought to you by True Value Hardware and GTE. Raiders pregame coverage, thank God, starts at 3 p.m. here on KFI AM 640.
3 o'clock?
That's right. I get a Monday.
You have a 3-hour pregame show.
Oh, yeah.
For the Raiders.
3 hours.
Talk about contracts.
There you go. I didn't say any of that. I just want to put that on the record. I didn't say anything about that. It's a fine pregame show because I get Monday off. It's a 3-day weekend for me, and go Raiders. Anyway, we're here with Rush.
Going to take some more calls, or we're going to sit here and...
No, we'll take some more calls.
Take some more calls. You don't take enough calls when I'm here, Tom.
Oh, now see, now people call you and give you a hard time about that. Now you're going to lay it on me. No, that's your problem. We take lots of calls when you're not here. I think it's because you're here we don't take a lot of calls. Because that's what you do in your own show. Sit there, take up all your time pontificating and updating everything, and then there's no time left.
Messages have to get out. Things have to be said.
No time left for the hoi polloi, the unwashed masses, the usual chicken fried ditto heads who call in.
Not true, because we do 60-second caller day frequently now, just to get more callers on.
You do?
That's absolutely right.
Oh, you just do that to prove a point. You just do that to be difficult.
That's not true at all.
To show how...
I do it to be fair, to extend this national program to even more people.
Man, oh man, oh man. I wonder what's going to be like when you get over 300 affiliates, how accommodating and patronizing you're going to become.
Well, we're going to install the EIB listener comment line.
Oh, is that so?
When you dial, say, hi, you've reached the EIB listener comment line. If you're a Democrat, press D. If you're a Republican, press R. If you're independent, press I. Liberal, press L. If you press R, hi, you've pressed R. You are a Republican. You have all the time in the world. Please leave your message. If you're an independent, you've pressed I for independent. When you make up your mind, call us back. When you press D for Democrat,
yes,
you've pressed D for Democrat. Thank you for calling.
Ellen in Studio City, you're on KFI at 650. Hello.
Oh, good evening, gentlemen.
Hi.
I must say, Rush, I don't agree with about anything you say, but I want to welcome you to California.
Thank you.
And I hope you're having a good time. I've signed up for your cruise as the token liberal, feminist, and pro-choice person.
Now, when you say you signed up, does it mean you've actually made the final payment?
I'm all paid.
This is incredible. Are you going alone?
Yes, sir.
Are you?
Yes.
Hoping to meet a conservative?
Are you mad at me?
No. I think I like you very much. I don't agree with you, but the way you present, I know you make me angry sometimes, but you have a sense of humor and you're intelligent.
Thank you. Well, see, here's the difference. This is the key, Tom. This is why my show is growing so rapidly.
Why is that?
Even those who disagree like the program.
Is that
That's
so?
the key. I'm flattered. I'm looking forward to seeing you on board.
Well, Rush, I just wanted to just make one point. I know this is sort of a light moment with you and Tom, so I don't want to get too heavy or argumentative.
But
But I do find, having grown up in a family with a Republican conservative parent and a liberal Democratic parent, that the conservative element in this country seems to be a lot more controlling. They complain constantly about the government getting off our backs, but they don't mind the government being in our bedrooms and other places of the anatomy, which I will not say on the air. And
well, you're close to being half right. I think a lot of people misdefine conservatism when they say conservatives want government out of people's lives. That's not really altogether true. Conservatives do want government to stand up for, say, laws against pornography.
But see, it's Ronald Reagan who said that.
Said what?
Ronald Reagan said that Republicans want to get the government off our backs.
Well, he did. It's absolutely true. I'm saying
that's not true.
I might be in disagreement with the president. Fashion. But I'm telling you that I do think, you see, I think the maintenance of standards vis-a-vis the law, which I think morality is in the law, and the law is the great teacher, and I think that's where the limits on behavior, as far as standards are concerned, have to be defined. And if you want to go break the law, fine. If you get caught, pay the consequences. And I just think that there needs to be government to enforce those laws if you're going to write them. That's all. But I don't. That's not to say that I don't want to come into your bedroom and tell you what you can and can't do in there.
Well, Russ, I just mean to say that, of course, in an ordered society, there has to be laws. And when you're protecting the rights of individuals, you'll usually have to abridge some other individual's rights, because we're so different with different wants. And where you come down on the rights issue, for instance, for me, a woman's right not to have a baby is not to go on with a pregnancy supersedes the right of a fetus to develop. This is just, a different way. I don't think, I will never change about this, and I know that Susan Carpenter McMillan and you will probably not change either, but this is a very,
Well, no, but see, the point of the matter is, if you want to talk about abortion, I am certainly pro-life, but because I have a sanctified view of it, but I am not. I think the law should be written. I think that the law has to state what's right and wrong, but I would never force you, even if you were my wife, I would never force you to do anything. I would try to persuade and convince, give it my best shot, and it's your decision.
But, I just want you to understand, Rush, that when you say that the pro-choice people might be upset if a baby, a developing fetus is saved in the womb, if that mother wants that baby, that's a wonderful thing that science can save.
See, I think this is a horrible thing when you start talking about the quality of life, whether or not it's wanted or not. I'd venture to say most people born in this world weren't wanted when they were conceived, and I don't think that's valid at all, whether their life is wanted or not.
Oh, well, see, this is where we disagree, but I do look forward to meeting you, and Tom, this has been a lot of fun. I won't hog the air anymore, and have a good time here, Rush. Go out with Tom, you'll have a good time.
There, see? See?
Yes. I think I'm going to invite Tom to come to my hotel suite Friday night and pick up all these chicks.
All I know is,
going to follow me over
from what you described today, what is your cruise going to be like? Let's talk about this for a second. I mean, are we all going to go to bed at 8 o'clock at night on the cruise, get up at 7:30 in the morning, read newspapers?
Tom,
what is this cruise going to be like?
Let me tell you, you're going to like the answer. The last cruise I hosted, we had roundtable discussions that just occurred spontaneously. We're up to 3 and 4 in the morning talking about
That's it? That's it?
That's just one of these. But you said 8. I'm dealing with your accusation once again. We're going to go to bed. I'm at the late sitting. It doesn't even start till 8:30.
Went to the late sitting and he went to bed at 8:30.
No, I did not, Tom. I'm saying it's impossible to go to the late sitting and go to bed at 8 o'clock at the same time. That's what I'm telling you.
That's
No, we have a lot of fun. We have 1,350 people on this
3 or 4 in the morning. Now, didn't people go to the casino or
yes.
what? They did.
Yes. Not everybody goes to the round table.
Did they go out and have a few drinks and stuff?
Tom, these are well-oiled, well-heeled, freely spending people.
Who don't have any sex.
Tom.
Oh, they do?
Tom, you know that sex scandals are not reserved for liberal or libertarian sites.
Believe me, I know that. We got to take a break here. We'll continue our final moment with Rush coming up, 6:56.
My cruise is successful by how many passengers have sex, probably with other people's passengers.
Right. There you go. 6:56, 4 before 7. Tom Leykis on KFI AM 6. All right. Rush Limbaugh here all week long, 9 to noon, and here for the Meeting of the Mouths on Thursday, and then his big appearance in Long Beach on Friday. ticket agencies, are they scalping yet, or what's the story?
I think that that hasn't begun yet. I don't think the ticket agencies even got any of these, Tom. I think that's how special these tickets are.
Hot a ticket.
In fact, yes. I don't know if you know this or not. That fire that started the other down at Topanga?
Yes.
That was started by a couple of Rush to Excellence tickets. Spontaneous combustion. They're so...
Joe built this up so much, it's going to build up to a big letdown. My God. The show can't possibly be that good. Is it that good?
Oh, no, but I mean, it's just... what happened, what happened... See, I'm going just the opposite. No, it's a horrible show. Now people come, hey, this wasn't so bad.
All right. Good to have you here. Good to see you.
It's fun to be here. Really
okay.
Is. Thanks for the probe.
He read that right off the card. I like that. Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it.
I enjoy Los Angeles. I enjoy everywhere the show's carried.
Thursday, I know.
What about the other place?
Has a problem with Miami.
Hate Miami, Joe.
Yeah, there you go.
Despise my Seattle sucks.
You can leave off in Seattle right now. Terrible.
Rush Limbaugh will be here Thursday for the Meeting of the Mouths. Friday he appears in Long Beach, but there are no tickets, so I bother telling you about it. Joe Crummey is next. We'll be back tomorrow with somebody who says Alfred Kinsey, what was that guy's name? He was a fraud. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm Tom Leykis. It's after 7 o'clock in Los Angeles at KFI Los Angeles. More stimulating talk radio.
Human shields no longer. Good evening, I'm Ken Gallagher with the 7 o'clock news on KFI. More on a Westlake Village couple settling down now for a well-deserved beer at home. After we check on the freeways, southbound Long Beach Freeway south of Atlantic, we've got an accident in the left lane. Cellular phones, fax machines, etc. Lots of people and businesses have lots of individual phone lines, and that's causing the phone companies to plan another area code split for Southern California. KFI's Jay Lawrence has details now on the change coming for some folks in the 714 area.
Fax lines, cellular lines, telephone population explosion has forced GTE and Pacific Bell into splitting 714 into the 909 area code. Pac Bell Vice President Reed Royalty says customers will have 3 proposals to choose from. The one they're recommending is
Orange County would keep area code 714, and we would divide 909 at the boundaries of Orange, Los Angeles, Riverside, and San Bernardino County lines.
Royalty says customers will have an opportunity to evaluate all 3 proposals at public meetings scheduled in 6 cities the week of November 26th. The split will happen in January 1993. Reporting from Tustin, Jay Lawrence, KFI News.
At 7:08, I'm Ken Gallagher, KFI News.
Tonight. We do it every night here on KFI. Seems like I'm always doing it. Monday through Friday from 7 until 10. Saturdays, due to circumstances beyond my control, from 11 until 2 on the weekends. So, again, thanks for tuning in to Big Show. Yes, the answer is yes again. Tonight at 8 o'clock, another episode in Renters Are Scum. I told you before I left on vacation that I was going to go back and try to clean up a mess of this person that lived in my house. And tonight I'm going to let you decide how much money this woman should get back from her damage deposit. That's at 8 o'clock tonight. At 9 o'clock, author Dan Pilla will be my guest. He has written a new book called How to Lick the IRS with a Postage Stamp. We'll talk about beating the IRS at their own game tonight. We'll talk about increasing your refund. We'll talk about preventing audits. We'll talk about preserving your rights. And we'll also talk about how you can save not just money, but save your money at tax time. And if you want to save money at tax time, now is the time to be thinking about it. You got to do it now. April 13th, 15th, whatever it is, it's too late. So if you want to save money, stay tuned tonight. Author Dan Pilla, my guest, at 9 o'clock tonight.